I was born in Minnesota. My family was, I think, some of the last few families that come from Thailand. We came in 93.
Okay.
Yeah, so we came in 93 at the end of 93 because I was in my mom's stomach already. So all my siblings were already born. There's 6 of us and I was the last one. So my mom was already pregnant on the plane to America, and we landed in Minnesota. And so that's when she gave birth to me. So I'm not sure if it was 9 months later she gave birth to me or if I was born, like if it was already 94. But I was born December 30 though.
So you were right before 94?
I was born right at the end of 94.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that it was 94 already. I just can't get the dates right, you know? But yeah, so 94, December 30, I was born in Minnesota. I think it was in the St. Paul area too.
Okay.
And then we didn't stay there that long because, you know, like bây giờ Hmong family, bây giờ Hmong family je thôi you tốt sao cái you tell you cái tí cũng bao.
Right.
So most of our family that came in the 80s, they settled in Wisconsin already. But I'm pretty sure like if they were in Cali, we would have went to Cali. Yeah. Right. So big so like in the Midwest. So they're all in Madison. So my dad decided not too long after I was born there, let's just move down over there.
Okay.
Because all of our family's there.
So you didn't have no recollection?
No, I don't remember at all. Yeah. So we moved to Madison, but this is when I started remembering things because for some reason I remember my childhood pretty well, you know. So I grew up in Madison, West Side Madison on Ally Drive. A lot of my Madison people back at home, they know that spot. Right. It's like the area where like you know.
Yeah, the projects.
Yeah, there's the projects over there. So we all grew up over there. We grew up in a 4-unit housing, you know, like the building where you walk in, there's like four little units right there. Yeah. And all buildings next to each other. Yeah. So grew up there for, I think, until I was like 4 or 5. And then we moved to Kennedy Heights. Kennedy Heights was where all of our family was moving. So we moved there. And they're townhouses, you know, for like low-class citizens that can't really pay for much, you know. Right. So you know, they have a main community center in those townhouse areas where like more like during Christmas they'll give kids the gifts, they'll give out free food. Like every Monday my dad would go there, grab some like free bread, free like peanut butter and jelly, you know, like free food, you know. So
the good stuff.
Yeah, the good stuff, you know. And then we used to go to Goodwill and all that stuff, get free outfits and shit. So but for the most part, I mean, that was my upbringing, you know. I grew up in the early 2000s.
No silver spoon.
No silver spoon, dude. Like I mean, everybody who came late was low class, because we, you know, our parents didn't know much. Yeah. The oldest sibling that we had, they had to learn English, so it wasn't too easy either, right? Like because I think they stopped at like 2001, 2002, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that, right? Because I felt like it slowed down. So we were 94, so we were like almost at the end of them letting Hmong people come over, right?
So like your brothers and them, they're already older.
Yeah, they're already older.
They already knew what's up. Like,
like I think my big brother got here, went straight to high school, you know? So but for the most part, that's the way I grew up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way I grew up. That's where I grew up from.
How was it in Madison? Was it pretty smooth, pretty nice?
Yeah, I would say Madison was really diverse, bro. Madison was very diverse, and Madison's a melting pot. So that's the reason why I appreciate a lot of cultures, because Madison, and then Madison, like when you go to school, it's a whole bunch of mixed people. Right. So we grew up with the view of not like being racial towards anybody, because in our classes, it was a lot of mixed kids together. So we thought that was normal, you know, not until like I would say, you go up north Wisconsin, it's a little more racist, right? Yeah.
It's less diverse.
Right. But then in Madison, it's truly a melting pot.
How were you guys, maybe you're younger, but I'm sure your brothers tell you stories, but how were you guys accepted in the community? You know what I mean?
I mean, to my brothers and them, like my big brother told me a story when my parents first moved to Madison and Ally Drive, that like, you know, they would throw rocks at them while they were at the gardens, you know? So just like little stories like that, I know that there's a lot of racial tension that went on too, like looking at us and not giving us respect. Like I think that's everywhere, bro.
Right.
I think around the late 90s and the 2000s, early 2000s, it was still kind of like that too.
Right.
And of course, you know, I'm not gonna talk much about my brothers, but I'm sure they were mischievous out there.
Right.
Like they had their time, you know, they're probably doing some dumb stuff and
they had to survive.
You know, right. It's because, you know, whether you grew up in Cali or anywhere, when we're all like Hmong, I'm pretty sure we all have the same similar experience. And I was just one of the younger brothers of people who already went through it, right? Yeah,
you had the big brothers to back you up and tell you not to go here, and,
right.
You know, do this, don't do that, right?
Yeah, because like for us as kids, like I said, I grew up in a diverse place, so we grew up at the tail end of everything.
Right.
But I would be lying if I would say that we weren't out there as kids, like "Xin Dao me we got do like you boy, you know what I mean? Like because we have a whole bunch of Hmong kids, and then there's a whole bunch of black kids in the same neighborhood that we are.
Right.
So and I'm just talking about elementary school kids and even middle school kids, you know, where like you ain't shit tashin dao, but you become friends after that.
Right.
A lot of those guys, I became friends after that with like,
It never escalated to anything.
Of course, never.
Little fights here and there.
You
didn't know each other, so you know, you just kind of you know got into it, but it was nothing serious, right?
Right, and you know, like they say racist things because I'm sure that they pick it up from their brothers and their sisters, right? So, but the good thing about Madison is, like I say, truly barely ran into anything that was racist.
Right.
Yeah, because most of those kids, they're just mischievous like we are.
Right.
So when we all grew up together and we went to high school together, we all become great friends.
Right.
Yeah, no matter same thing.
Yeah, so you kind of just hung out with everybody.
I do. I don't know about my friends, but I hung out with everybody. Right. I had Mexican friends, I had black friends, I had white friends. Like I was a really talkative kid too.
Right.
I was really shy, but when I really got to know you, I became friends with a lot of people. So
high school is when you kind of spread your wings a little bit.
Yeah, that was when I opened up a lot more. But it started in middle school, bro. So like in middle school, I was really into dancing, like hip hop, break dancing, pop locking and all that, because my brothers was into it. My middle brother, he was a break dancer too. And my older sister than me, she was a hip hop dancer. So dancing was my first love.
Right.
And you know, dancing is where you get in with the black people,
right?
Because they love hip hop, of course, right? Because that's culture, right?
That's their culture.
So they make us love it too, because we all like the same music, we listen to the same things, and they love to dance, and then we love dancing too because we were break dancers. And they were hip hop dancers, so we all came in to kind of be one.
So that's where you found the common ground.
That's where I found that's where you find the common ground, but that's where you also like really respect and love each other. Like I was that little ass dude because I didn't hit no growth spurt until high school. So I was that little ass kid that was dancing, and the girls, the black girls loved me, bro, because they're like, man, he's cute, he's like a little Asian kid, you know, and if they love you, everybody love you. You know, so I just became great friends with a lot of them. And hip hop dancing was where it really started for me to know that, like I can use something in me to express my emotions and my feelings, right? So that's where I started to learn, like, I do got a voice. I do got a way to make people pay attention to me. Yeah.
So it started with dancing. Before the rapping, before anything, it started with the dancing. And then you got to the culture, right? And that's what exposed you to the culture, right?
But not only that though, I mean, it's the way that my brothers grew up. I mean, they were already listening to that kind of stuff.
Right.
Like my older brother loved DMX. DMX, like the Up in Here, I heard that song every day. Because they used to break to that song every day. I remember they used to go grab like cardboard boxes, rip them up, put them on the ground because cardboard is smooth, you know?
Of course,
And I would just see them like head spinning, windmilling, flaring like on the ground. Same song all the time. That's the same song my brother would play. So I already had a taste of like rap music when I was really, really young.
You really learned to appreciate it young.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, and then Eminem, you know.
It's a part of life.
Yeah, it was normal. It was normal. Like that was the music that I was like, this is what I like.
Right.
Yeah.
So from dancing, that's where it led you to music, like you're like
it's what led me to like understanding music, because when you dance, when you're dancing, you're trying to hit beats,
right?
You got to know rhythm, right? So that's where to think about it now, like right at this moment, that's where I got my rhythm from when I sing and I rap.
Yeah,
it's because you have to know rhythm.
When did you feel like you wanted to be like an MC, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, so when I wanted to be a rapper is still around the same time too, because like I would say middle school, because I was dancing a lot at that time already, and we performed in many talent shows. You know, my sister brought me on to one of her performances, and like we like stole the show, right? It's still on YouTube somewhere, but y'all gotta find it though.
All right, we're gonna find it.
But at that time, me and my best friend at the time, Kevin Hmong Artist, he's a Laos guy. But my Laos friend, shout out to Kevin, we used to love Eminem. So we would like play Eminem on the CD, and we would like just re-rap his songs.
Mimic him.
Just re-rap every lyric word for word. We used to write his lyrics and say like, is this what he said? You know? And I just realized that I had a really quick catch to what he was saying. Kevin struggled a little bit more. Not disrespect my boy Kevin, but Kevin was a little like he struggled a little more with catching on to what M was saying. But I caught on to everything. So that kind of taught me like, oh, like I think I'm fast enough to think that way, right? So we get to high school, and me and Kevin used to be in my basement. We had like one little computer there, you know, still kind of old school computer. And we used to record ourselves on Facebook and just freestyling. And I ain't gonna say it, but it still might be on my Facebook. If y'all go all the way back, it still might be there, bro.
What year?
Man, bro, like 2009, 2008. Long time ago, bro.
Somebody's gonna find it.
Yeah, but hey, I'm just saying, man, the stuff I said on there, you know what I mean? I was a kid, all right? But no, like, so we used to just play songs and be like, all right, y'all like fool around, like joke, huh? Hey, we about to freestyle. And we would just freestyle for like 5 minutes straight. We didn't care what we were saying.
Right, just throwing
we were just
out.
rapping, yeah. And so my brother, my oldest brother, he realized that, oh, this is something that David likes to do every day. So for my 16th birthday, freshman year, right? I think it's freshman year. Sophomore year. My 16th birthday, my brother surprised me with a mic and a program.
Nice.
You know, mic and a program, and it's Pro Tools LE.
Nice.
And what a lot of people don't know is I still use the same program to this day.
For real?
Program 2008, bro.
The old school.
Yeah, still use it, bro. At that time it was new, but I still use it. And that was when I really started to really want to rap, because it came out, it had 3 CDs. They had the installation CD, and then they had the beginner steps, and then they had the mix and mastering. And I watched all of that stuff. I watched all of that in the span of like 2 days.
Right.
And just because I wanted to study it.
Right.
I was so deep into it.
You was in love with it.
Every time I came home from school, I was like, fuck homework, dog. I'm straight to the fucking computer, you know? And so I'm studying it, and I learned how to mix and master my vocals as I go.
Nice.
Yeah, so ever since then, when I found my presets, I just kept it there.
Self-taught, learn everything yourself.
And what a lot of people don't know is it's still the same presets.
For real?
Yeah.
Since then?
My voice, the only thing that changed was my voice.
Right.
Yeah. Right. But it's still the same presets, just a little bit tweak here and there. Yeah.
So when did you feel like, man, I'm gonna let people know me. I'm gonna go out there.
I think was when Kevin had more of a passion for breaking, because Kevin was a really good breaker, you know. And right now I think he's teaching classes too. Oh, okay. So he's in that different stage in his life. So Kevin kind of split for me, but I was like, nah, man. Like I think that dancing for me, I can express my body language, but I need people to hear me though. Right. So I stuck with the rapping, and I was just like, you know what, like, can it happen one day that I can be like good at this stuff? So I started making songs, and that was when I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just keep putting it out there, and I'm gonna just tag all my friends, and every single day I'm gonna post a song, I'm gonna just tag all my friends. And if you look at it, every single day or every other day, I posted a song. Posted a song or a preview, a half a song, it didn't matter, I'm just posting. And I'm tagging all my friends. I don't know if they were annoyed or not, right? But I'm just tagging them because I'm like, you know what, like I need somebody to hear me.
You wanted that exposure. Yeah.
And as it went, I did get caught by somebody, because eventually my songs became more than just, oh, it's just David messing around, like David in class messing around. It's more like, oh, damn, it's a good song. So I got recognized by DJ Pain One. You know, shout out to Pain One. And this is all around high school still. Shout out to Pain One, man. Like, Pain One taught me one of the best work ethics that I still keep to this day. And that's to say, what he told me when I was getting a little older, he was like, you don't have to spend all day doing music, but give it 3-4 hours a day. And you don't have to write a song. You don't have to record a song. Just make sure you're paying attention to music. It doesn't have to be finished today. Just make sure that that's what you're doing. Like a job, right? I kept that with me all this time. That's why I'm still going.
Consistency.
Yeah.
That's the key to success.
Yeah. He's saying, dude, all you have to do, like, even if you don't feel like writing today, just go on and put on some beats and just listen to it. Because you might not think about it today, but tomorrow you might listen to the same beat and have a song, right? So I took that with me and I ran with it. But shout out to Pain One though. Like, he was the one that picked me up, started actually producing beats for me. Nice. And that was when my songs became more serious. Yeah.
So he's a producer at that time.
Top-notch producer now. He's gone platinum a few times already. So yeah. At that time, he produced for Jeezy.
Oh, okay.
It was on Jeezy's album when Jeezy first came out. It was hot. Yeah. Nice. But that album is platinum now. Yeah.
He rich now.
Oh no, he's nice now.
He still fuck with you?
Yeah, of course, that's bro. What's up. We still talk. We still talk here and there, and he's really proud of me too.
That's what's up.
Yeah, because once we split and I noticed that this was my lane, he was actually one of the first person to tell me, yo, you don't even need to hit the Mika market. Yeah. Look at what you got right here, bro. Yeah. You know, like he was one of the main people to tell me that. Because we wanted to go mainstream. He wanted to take me there and I wanted to go there too. But when he started to see the reciprocation from the love of our Hmong people, because I went to the Hmong tournament. Now I'm just skipping timeline, right? But I went to the Hmong tournaments and I sold out all my CDs, 2,000 CDs, you know? I come back home to Pain One and Pain One's like, it's like that? Yeah. Like 2,000 CDs? David, 2,000 is a lot of people, bro.
That's a lot in our industry, bro. Because our industry is so small, man.
Yeah, so he told me, he was like, dude, think about this. You sold 2,000 units, bro, in person. There's a lot of people out there that can never even sell 100 units, bro.
You're right.
So you got to think about how important that is. And I didn't realize that because at the tournament, I'm out there like, it's hot. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
You
gotta wake up early.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you know the process, bro.
It's a dreading process.
Yeah. But then you come home and you got somebody like Pain One that tells you that. Pain One's like, dude, if 2,000 people bought your units, imagine how much you can multiply. So that just kept me, he was like, bro, if there's more than 100,000 Hmong people in the United States, you sell 100,000 units, you'll be all right. Right. So I never thought about it like that. Right. And now I feel like it's even more possible though. Right. But what he said to me was just to dream big. Right. And he was like, bro, you don't even really need that market that I'm trying to get into. This market right here is bomb, you know? It's good, and you can hit that too, and then you can go do everything else that you want to.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's what made me believe. Yeah.
So you believe in your community?
Oh, I did, straight up. I believed it right when I saw the support. I believed in it.
Yeah. I believe you were the first of that new gen. You know, that first of the new gen. Before that was just mostly bands and stuff like that, right? Yeah. As a solo artist, it was really hard for anybody in the Hmong community to come up, but at that time, was you managed by everybody or anybody, or you was just running that yourself? Yeah. So when I first met Pain, he had a buddy with him, and I'm not gonna say no names, right? Because we had a fall off, like a really bad fall off. Yeah. But he was my manager. He met my parents and everything. They made it look real professional, signed me on. But he was talking about taking 20%, and at that time, I'm like, hold up, man, I got 80, right? But they're thinking bigger. They're thinking like, oh, if this kid makes millions, I get 20 off that, right? That's a lot of money,
But at that time, bro, I just wanted to make music with Pain. Right. So I'm not thinking about the money like that.
So Pain introduced you to him?
Pain introduced me to him. Okay. And when I met him, you know, we signed a contract, but like, I'm telling you, like 5 months into it, I started realizing that this guy is taking me into a direction that I don't want to do. He's taking me into shows that it's not my vibe, it's not my crowd. It's all underground artists that are coming up, but their style is different from mine. And I didn't feel like I fit there. I felt like I was made for more.
It's the wrong crowd for you.
It's the wrong crowd for me. I feel like I was made for more. Like that wasn't me, you know? And I told him that I didn't want to work with him no more. But I'm 16 years old, so I don't know how to say that. I'm just telling him, hey, like, I know I signed a contract with you, but do you mind if like we just like stop working, you know, and maybe we'll sign a contract to sign me out. And so he's really petty. This is how I knew that he wasn't a good person. He was really petty. So he threatened me with lawsuits, taking me to court.
You sue a 16-year-old?
Sue a 16-year-old that had no money in their pocket, bro. You know? And but at that time, bro, I don't know nothing about the business. So I'm scared shitless. Yeah. I'm talking to my brothers, my sisters, and they're just like stressed out for me because they're like, why did you sign that contract? Right. You know? And they're not mad at me though, because they understand like, yo, I'm just trying to work with Payne One, really. And, you know, Payne always told me like, nah, man, I think like he's just messing with you, you know, and doing stuff like that. And that was the kind of show me that, oh man, like, ala top lawan. He's just messing with me. Yeah. So I messaged him like a year later. Mm-hmm. I kept doing music, by the way. This is, kept doing music. I went to HMF, came back, music started blowing up, right? And so I start to really realize that, okay, I don't need this guy. Right. I don't need this guy at all. So I message him and I'm like, yo, man, like, we really need to sign off on this because I don't want to be under you no more. I don't want this name to be together. Like, because I know in the future, you might actually hit me with stuff because I'm contractually signed to you. Yeah. So, and my best friend, her pal, was there with me too. And Pal kind of was more understanding because he's a year older than me. Mm-hmm. And he was just like, hey, let's go flip some money, bro. Mm-hmm. So we take our t-shirts. So this is how dope her pal is. This is why I always will love him as my brother. He was the first person to invest in me. Mm-hmm. He started working. We still in high school together, but he started working first. So he had a car, had a job, you know, credit card already. Right. And he opens up his credit card to me and he's like, yo, take $3,000 from here. Go print out some t-shirts for the next show I take you to. Sell all of those shirts, you're gonna make $6,000 back. I just want my $3,000 back, you keep the rest. You know? Yeah. That's a real friend, bro. That's a real homie. That's the first real money I made, bro. $3,000 profit. Mm-hmm. He said, you make that profit, keep that profit. I just want my $3,000 back. Yeah. And that was the first person that showed me that I can flip this. Besides trying to get money through YouTube.
He gave you a chance.
Yeah.
Just believing you just because of homie. You know,
yeah, just because he was my friend, bro.
That's real love right
there. And you know, still my friend to this day, bro. Yeah. And so I made $3,000 back and then I told my ex-manager at the time, like, yo, we got to sign off. And he was like, all right. He didn't think I had money, but he was like, hey, you bring me $2,000, I'll sign you off. Okay. Yeah, petty shit, you know? So that was when I noticed, oh, 2,000 only? That means you just want quick money then.
Yeah, basically you buy your contract.
Yeah.
For $2,000.
So I gave him $2,000 cash. Yeah. And then like, at that moment, I was like, man, like, fuck you and everything, like in front of his face. You know, he's a big, tall, black dude, bro. but I was just like, man, like I was not gonna let you torment me for this whole year and not say what I had to say. Yeah. You know, I'm 17 at the time, but I didn't give a fuck about that moment. Yeah. I just had to tell him, like, as soon as we signed it off, I was like, you're a piece of shit, bro. I want you to know that.
You gave it to him.
Yeah. Like, you're a piece of shit, and I'm gonna be somewhere one day, and you're gonna come back crawling for me, you know? Right. So I left, and after that, bro, God, I don't know what God does, man, but he always has somebody watching over me. Because after that, everything went up. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, I think that's around, that's when you went to HMF, right?
Yeah.
So the first time I ever heard of you was HMF, right? Yeah. The first time I ever saw it. Tell me about that experience, bro.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, HMF was the biggest stage I've ever been on at that time. Yep. Yeah, biggest one. Yeah. So my real experience with HMF, they gave me $600. Right. But this is how much I love my boys to this day. We were all broke ass kids, bro. Yeah. I'm 17. They're all 18. And, you know, they all barely just started working. Mm-hmm. So my Laos boy, my Mexican guy, and her pal. Uh-huh. And then we messaged one of the community leaders that like she takes care of the kids at the communities. She does a lot of things, take like girls out to go camping and stuff, like, you know, one of the community people. Her name is True. Uh-huh. We messaged True and like, True, do you mind if you help rent a car for us so we could drive to Cali?
Yeah, I didn't have a car.
Oh no, we didn't have a car that would make it, you know? My boy, her pop was rolling in the Honda, but it was like a stick drift Honda.
Rusted.
But it was rusted, you know? We're like, bro, we ain't gonna make it not even halfway. We try to drive out. And then my boy Alex, his car was like always breaking down.
Right.
And I think at that time, me and Jeff, we didn't have no cars.
Right.
So we were like, hey, let's ask somebody we know, see if she'll rent a car for us and we'll drive. And then True was like, I ain't gonna let y'all drive. I'm gonna drive y'all there.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
So she was like, hell no, I'm not gonna trust you guys, right? So she was like, let me go with y'all.
Yeah.
So she ended up driving us, and she drove, and then her pal would switch, and then Jeff would switch, and then Alex would switch, but I couldn't drive yet because I didn't get my license. I didn't wait till I was 18, you know? So we drove there.
Yeah.
Drove there, man. When we got there, we had to get our own hotel. So $600 out the door, bro. You know?
See, that's try to get somebody to eat, something to sleep on.
Right, yeah. And plus, like I said, a lot of us didn't have money too. Yeah. So that $600 went to everybody, bro. Right. You know, because I would never let my friends just not have anything too.
Right, of course.
So if we eat, I'm like, fuck it, everybody, dude, let's just eat together, right?
Right.
And we all really loved each other like that. So yeah, shout out to Jeff, Alex, and her pal and True, man, for real.
That's what's up. They just made that journey with you.
Just for me, bro. And when we went out there, man, we felt like rock stars, though. Because when we got there, they had the red carpet.
Right.
And we walked out there, and my boy Jeff and Alex and her pal, we walking out, we feeling fresh, you know? You're like, yo, man, we really on the red carpet right now. Like, I don't even know people saying hi to me and stuff. That I've never seen that stuff before, you know?
That's probably your first time performing the West Coast, huh?
Yeah. In the West Coast, first time.
Yeah.
And you know, I get there, man. I obviously now I know him a lot, but I think I meet Chirp Peak. You know, I meet Paradise.
Yeah.
I meet I meet so many people. I think I met Yami too, Yami Lee, one of my good friends. Alex Tao, I met Alex. So I just meet a whole bunch of Logo. I met the GOAT rapper Deuce Khan, you know? Yeah, so I met just everybody that I would never thought that I would ever see them. Yeah, and at that time they didn't know, but I was so shy because I was like, these are people that I know. Right. You know? And yeah, man, I go up on stage, I do my part. You know, Jeff is on stage, he dances with me. So, you know, we got all that stuff rehearsed. I missed his little high five on camera. I'm sorry, Jeff. we still joke about it to this day, but you know, it was a great experience because it really taught me something. It taught me that my music goes out of Madison. So for me to do that, and I came home with a fan base. Yeah, I didn't really go there with a fan base. I came back with one. You want some fans? Yeah, that's what I felt like. Especially when we did LPs. Oh yeah, you know, I meet LP and TL, right? Especially when we did LP's Movement. I felt like that was what locked everything in. I'm like, yo, this kid can rap, you know. So it did you a lot of good. It did me a lot of good. It was worth that $600, you know? Yeah. Like now as an adult, I look back at it, that $600 wasn't shit. But at the time, you're hungry, bro.
It got you to where you needed to go.
Yeah.
But I think that's what a lot of up-and-coming artists don't understand is like, you're not going to get paid. They pay you what you're worth. You have to prove that, right? You know what I mean? So that's what you were doing, going places to prove it.
Yeah, I was trying to prove myself. Bro, honestly, man, the money I was making, I wasn't worried about it because I was just going to reinvest back into myself anyways. Right, I didn't have like a true savings because I didn't care about it, bro. My passion was all music, bro. Right. As long as, look, if me and my boys can get out there and perform and have fun right after that, that's all we cared about, bro.
So I'm guessing you traveled a lot like that.
Dude, we did it a lot. Yeah. So HMF was only one of many. After I came home from HMF, I still didn't get paid my worth. Right. So I did a lot of shows in college campuses for free. Right. You know? Yeah. Because me and her power, our mindset was, dude, let's just get it out there. Let's just go and show them what's up. And plus, they're letting us stay at the college dorms, bro. We 17, 18 years old, dog, you know? Yeah. Man, we get to have fun with all these college kids. Yeah. Come on, bro. Yeah. Like, that's an experience, right? Of course,
yeah. That's exposure to
And we're still young, so we want to have fun. Yeah. And so we go out there with selling merch. You know, her pal is still telling me how to invest. Investing in merch, selling out merch. And then I go on stage and I'm singing. I'm sitting down on stools and singing slow songs and everything. And all of this is for free, bro. Right. Most of them was for free. Some of them, they'll pay me a little bit, but it's just enough to get us home. Right. You know? And I didn't complain about it not one bit. Yeah. I saved up every dollar that I could from that point. Yeah. You know? because it was more about the grind, bro.
That's how it's supposed to be, though. You know.
Yeah.
You know, like you established artist.
Yeah.
But you had to go through that.
Yeah. No, bro.
Are they worse than what people go through now?
Bro, a lot of people like nowadays. You come out, have 1 million views, you be straight.
Yeah, you good.
But bro, I never had 1 million views.
Yeah.
1 million views to me was a dream. Right. My first 1 million views, I feel like I made it, bro. Right. And I don't think that they have this mindset now. You know, like I really think that people these days, they know they can hit that 1 million views.
Right.
But for me, bro, 1 million views was a dream.
Right.
That's why I work so hard, bro. I'm not saying I'm the hardest worker in the room, because I know there's other people out there that work harder than me, but that's why I work so hard. Because 1 million views to me was crazy. Right. I would never picture seeing that. And 1 million views felt like $1 million. Right. You know? Right. Yeah.
Just that million felt
yeah,
so
just
good.
That million felt so good, right? Yeah. But knowing not damn well I was barely making anything at that time from that. But it just felt good. Yeah. And I think a lot of people lose sight of that. A lot of the young people lose sight on that. They want to look for the money real quick.
True.
See, people don't know that. Yeah. I worked so many years before I even got to something. Yeah.
Too many people focus on the end game and they don't focus on the journey. You know?
Right.
Yeah, but everybody has to go through the journey, right?
No, we was really in that journey, bro. And those were the times where CD was transitioning to being digital. I got caught right in the middle. Yeah. You know, so I got the best of both worlds.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel mistreated because you were so young? Or did you feel like loved because you were so young? You know what I mean?
I felt loved, but I didn't feel respected. You know, because I felt like my music was too young for people. And I felt loved though. I felt like, oh man, look at him. Like he's so cute. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's dope. You know what I mean? But I didn't want that.
You're like a puppy.
Yeah. I didn't want that. I wanted people to be like, he's fucking dope. Yeah. Like nobody can fuck with this guy. You know, like he goes hard. Like one of the best writers I've ever heard. Yeah. But I didn't get that at that time.
Of course.
I just got like, oh my God, it's so cute. You know, like with the beaver hair and shit. You know what I mean? So I got that, but I wanted to be respected as a writer, bro. Because my heart, I'll tell you the truth, big bro. Like in my heart, it's not the performances that make me happy. It's not the traveling that makes me happy. It's not only just taking pictures that makes me happy. What really makes me happy is sitting in my motherfucking room writing a song. Right. I'm a writer at heart, bro. That's the reason why I be shitting out so many songs, because I love to write. I wanted people to respect my pen, bro. Yep. Yeah, that's what I really want. Yep.
That's what makes a real artist.
Yeah, you know? Yeah.
But you gotta put that work in.
Oh no. It's every day, bro. Every day I'm up and down. My mom like thinking that I ain't doing shit. You know, like,
but you stay busy.
But at that time, I really was. That's all I was doing, bro. Yeah. I was just in my room writing songs. Yeah. Because I wanted people to know, man, he wrote something. The word that he said, the line he said, that shit hit me. Yeah. That's what I wanted. Right. Yeah. But like I said, you know, at that time,
nobody take it serious.
I was just cute, you know what I mean?
It was the hair.
Yeah. It had to be the haircut, the style. I was super skinny, right?
Yeah. So they look at you as a little kid.
Right.
But it's cool though, because you got the attention, right? You know, you have your ups and downs. But you used to tell youngsters at your age, like high schooler, what's the road they should follow? You know?
Man, I would say that stay disciplined is the main thing that I thought that I should have did too. Because truth be told, bro, I was like, I love music, but I was a lover's boy, man. I always try to look for love, bro.
Chasing girls.
Yeah, but that's normal for every young guy like that, right? Because like you still going to school, you trying to talk to hella girls, like you looking for love, right? And even when I got into my like young adult age, I was doing the same thing. Right. I was following music, but in my personal life, I wanted to find love, bro. Yeah. So I think I would just say stay disciplined, and I think it would have came to you at the right time. That's something I didn't do right, you know?
Yeah, I think being young is hard because,
bro, your friends are getting older. Some of them are going to college. Some of them are living like bachelor lifestyle. Some of them are partying a lot. Yeah. You see them and you just sitting at home in your studio, you kind of get dragged into it. Cause I'm kind of like, my boys hit me like, hey D, you trying to go out tonight? Shit. Hell yeah, right? Hell yeah, we'll fucking go out too. You know?
You gotta have fun too. You have to have life experience.
Yeah,
too,
exactly.
That's a part of growing up.
Yeah, it had to be a part of my lifestyle. Yeah. So, but for what I would tell somebody is to stay disciplined, because you get rid of so much bullshit if you were disciplined.
Right.
Yeah. And that's something that I still battle with to this day, man. Discipline is hard.
course. I think that's
discipline is hard. Yeah.
Everybody goes through that, you know. It's not easy to go straight. You got to zigzag. Right?
Yeah. It's not a straight road. Yeah.
But, you know, as long as you stay on the path and don't lose sight of it, then you'll be all right, you know.
Yeah.
Do you think, like, at that time you was, like, accepted all over the nation or more Midwest only?
I think at that point, I really felt like I was accepted everywhere. Yeah, I felt, because every time that, like my first time in North Carolina, man, the love was ridiculous. It was a sold out show for a little 17-year-old kid.
Nice.
Right? Like a little 18-year-old kid, something like that. I still had X's on my hands, so I just know that, you know? I couldn't drink it, bro. And, you know, North Carolina showed me a lot of love. When I went to Minnesota, man, showed me crazy love.
Yeah.
Go to California, crazy love. So I just think that everywhere I went, it was just a lot of the love, because people just kept telling me like, yo, man, you're really good.
Yeah.
Like, you're really good. One thing I kept hearing was, you should go mainstream. Yeah. You should go mainstream, you know? And that really stuck with me, bro, because in my heart, it's like, yeah, I'm trying, you know? Right. But in my mind, it's like, no, but I got my own vision. I have my own vision. I'm trying, but I got my own vision, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Out of high school, you're just doing music.
I'm just doing music full time, bro.
No words.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, let me get to the story real quick, too. So, like, in high school, I worked one job. I worked at Express. One job for like...
For the discount?
For like 4 months, yeah. For like 4 months.
Yeah.
And then one day, you know, my music starts popping off a little bit, you know? And then I decided, I was like, nah, I'm not going to do this no more. My first check from YouTube, like $2,000.
You know? That's a lot back then.
And I'm like, yeah, fuck this shit. I ain't never going back. So I put in my 2 weeks. I didn't even show up. I was just like...
Was that your last job?
That was my last job.
Your last job?
My one and only job is at Express. Yeah, that's it, bro. And after that, I was like, straight music.
You just like, I'm gone.
Yeah, I'm gone, bro. Yeah.
Committed.
Yeah, because I'm like, man, if I can make $2,000 every month, right? If I can make $2,000 every month, I'll be straight.
That's a lot of money for a teenager.
Yeah, so, but obviously that's not where it went. Right. You know, that's one-time check, right? And then I ended up like kind of struggling after that. But then I started to think like, yo, but I'm still getting $600-700 a month. But imagine if I go do these shows and I sell this merch, I can keep doubling that. Yeah. So I'm thinking about different ways to start making money, right? But it comes with young adulthood. All the money that you make, keep spending that shit, you know? Yeah. And I never thought about saving it because I keep seeing the income and I'm like, oh, I'll be straight. Next month I'll be all right. Next month I'll be all right, you know? And means you, by this time I'm helping my brother pay bills too, you know? Because my brother try to teach me something. My brother's like, hey man, if you're gonna live here, you're gonna have to pay now. Right. Like you an adult now.
He give you responsibilities.
Yeah. You're not gonna be just fucking walking around this damn house eating up all my food and shit. You know? That's right. But you know, like my brother is just trying to teach me something. So it's like every month give me this amount. And I'm like, all right, I got you, you know? Yeah. So I started learning to do that too. Okay. And you know, like I said, our family was a little bit behind. We came late and we don't have nobody to teach us but ourselves. Right. So my brothers and them, they try to teach me as much as they could for being an adult, right? Like doing taxes and all that stuff, right? So as I'm going, I'm learning, I'm making good money every other month. Some months I don't have good amount of money. Some months I do. But I'm spending it because I'm seeing money, right? So pretty much, man, just continuing from that, getting to the stage where I'm like getting a lot of respect where I go, but I still know that my pockets aren't deep because I'm still doing it because I love it, bro. Right. And a lot of people don't understand that struggle, man. Yeah. You know, because at that time, money wasn't there like that. It wasn't. Not unless, maybe even not unless you were Sounders. Yeah. Or you were Paradise. Yeah, the bigger bands. Yeah. But at that time, people like me, you wouldn't even really get much. You know, that's so true. But one thing that taught me was to learn value of yourself. I started going places and I started getting tired of it. Yeah. And I started realizing, man, I ain't coming back. Not unless I get something, right? But then even as you grow, you start to get something, it still doesn't feel like it's enough. Right. You know? So you're learning.
Like chasing all the
you're still feeling like you're chasing now, right? So it's all been a learning process for me, bro. Okay. Yeah.
That's around what year, like?
Like 2010, 2012, around those times.
The industry was
it was starting to
change a little
starting
bit.
to change, starting to accept.
Because of YouTube,
because of
media,
YouTube, yeah.
Because of social media, because of YouTube, all that stuff, you know. So where did that lead you after that? Like,
it led me into meeting Midwest Monsters, which also brought out another side of me that I really enjoyed those moments in those times with Monster. Shout out to Monster, man, for real. Midwest Monsters, we had something that I thought was special because we were all different people, man. And I was from a different walk of life too. And they all accepted me like family. Right. So that's one thing where I learned that, respect goes farther than just how you look, bro. If they fuck with you, they really fuck with you on a personal level, you know? And that was when I started to kind of get more Cambodian and Laos people and Thai people to even know that, that's David, you know? And that's one thing that I will always appreciate for being with Monster. Yeah, for real. And ever since to this day, a lot of their guys that I see still show me love, bro. Yeah. It never changed. It never dropped. And I really love that about it.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then, of course, I meet Trey, right? And Trey just started Yellow Diamond. But at that time, I didn't, me and Midwest Monsters, we never was on a label, never on a sign. It was more of a friendship, bro. We was rocking, you know? We was rocking the merch. We was fresh, you know? Yeah. And that was what we was all about, bro. Just pushing, right? Pushing each other. And I met Trey, but Trey started a label.
Right.
And he started Yellow Diamond Records. Yep. And at that time, I was like, nah, man, I think I'm good where I'm at because I still want to be on this grind. I still want to push. I don't think, because I had trauma from my ex-manager. Yeah. I didn't want to sign nothing, you know? Yeah. So I was like, nah, man, I think I'm good, bro. I think I love what I'm doing right now. But maybe later down the line, if everything works out, I'll rock with you, bro. But they always showed me love. Trey always showed me love. It didn't matter if I was with him or not.
Right.
Yeah. Because he would book me for shows too.
Yeah.
And I didn't have nothing to do with Yellow Diamond, but he would book me because I think he saw something in me too.
Of course. Yeah.
And then of course later down the line, you know, everything kind of slows down with Midwest Monsters, man. Guys get married, you know, guys go a different way. And I start to realize, man, like, okay, well, if I really need money to reinvest into this music stuff, I know somebody out there that's really pushing that shit. And I think maybe I can go to Trey for that.
Right.
To really collaborate on this shit. And maybe even bring my shit even higher, you know? So that's the reason me and Trey started talking, man, and we worked it out too. And then we had Yellow Diamond and I was signed on.
You signed on to Yellow Diamond?
Yeah, I was signed on to Yellow Diamond Records, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was another big step.
That was a pivotal moment, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Now that we look back at it.
Yeah, now we look back at it, right? Yeah, now we're just kicking it, but back then it was like, it was a big thing. You know what I mean? And that was like an all-star team too.
Yeah, dude, Mavu.
Yeah, y'all had the
Cassie, Vu Peter, Def Rhyme. Yeah.
I think Yellow Diamond changed the game by having
for sure.
an all-star team, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think that even elevated your game.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Like, but it all comes with a mind, though. You know that, big bro. Like, you gotta have a mind behind that to make it happen. From the way we ran the show, to the security that we had, to the dancers we had, to the lights that we wanted at a specific song.
Right.
If we wanted a spotlight on this song, we would make sure we had that shit.
Right.
For the fog smoke, making sure you had that. Yeah. From in-ear monitors, because nobody was really doing that. Like,
it was a different type of production.
It was a different type of production, bro. Yeah. And you had to respect it, bro.
Yeah.
Because going to a Yellow Diamond show, you were safe.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
Yeah.
So all my respects to Trey, man.
I think Trey had a whole different vision. You know, he was ahead of his time.
Yeah, he was. He was.
He paid attention to details. To this day, he still does. You know,
now everybody's catching up now.
Yeah, I mean, but they're doing what he done like 10 years
that's
ago,
what I'm saying. I mean? Yeah, everybody's learning how to catch up now, but they've been ahead of the game, bro.
He was. You know, going to one of y'all first shows was eye opener. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, like they really, you know, production was good, and see y'all together, you know, all that stuff. I was like, it was like a family. You know, it was like, you know,
man, no lie, bro. Yellow Diamond made you feel like a superstar, bro. Like we was out there, bro. We was getting makeup done. You know, for music videos and performances. And we was getting like outfits. We got, you know, money for outfits. We was getting our CDs made for us. People were selling that for us. we felt like superstars, bro.
Shout out to the team.
Shout out to the team,
Shout
bro.
out to the team,
and some of the team is still here
Still
to this
rolling,
day,
still rocking
and
with
we
us,
all
yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
We're not friends. We brothers, bro.
Yeah,
we
you're
brothers.
right,
Like
yeah.
Trey is my brother, bro. And now that we're past the Yellow Diamond stage, still my brother, bro.
Still, yeah.
Because now we rock with each other on a different level.
Yeah.
Because he knew me since I was young.
Yeah.
You know? And we rock with each other on a different level. That's why I have so much respect for what he does.
I think you guys all grew up together.
We did. Grew up in the music together. Yeah. No matter what age you were at the time, it was all a learning curve for everybody.
Oh, y'all was real young. I remember the first time I met you guys are all young. You know?
Tapola,
Yeah, you guys are all young. Like, man, I was like, these guys are kids. Like,
especially me and Peter,
you
man.
and Peter, yeah, you and Blue Peter, bro. Y'all was kicking each other's butt, all that stuff. I was like, dude, these are like kids, right? You know what I mean? You know, because I'm a lot older than y'all, so I was like, damn, but it was fun though.
Yeah,
you know
it was fun.
It was like a family thing, you know what I mean?
It was, bro.
Yeah, I still remember that first time I toured with y'all.
It was.
It was just fun.
It was, bro. Ma was like our mom.
Yeah,
Defram is like the older brother, you know? Cassie's like the older sister. And then me and Peter like the younger brothers, you know?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Peter's the one that blames me if we get in trouble, right? So we were a family, bro.
Those are good times.
We were a family, bro.
Those are real good times.
Yeah.
I mean, it elevated you being around so many good artists too, right?
Oh, it did, bro.
Right?
Because I saw the motivation in their eyes. Like, at that time, dude, imagine this. You're around a bunch of artists that all got an album out.
Yeah.
How is that gonna make you feel?
Right.
I ain't gonna sit there and be like, nah, y'all ain't the only ones that got an album out. Shit, I need one too.
You need to catch up.
Yeah, so it makes you motivated. And I know that I did the same thing for them, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's where the love came from.
What was it during Yellow Diamond when you started taking your singing seriously?
Yeah. No. I took singing seriously after HMF already.
Okay.
Where I was already dropping my first Hmong song that I dropped with Sadaku. That was right after HMF.
Okay.
And then after that, I really started to sing. Yeah, but by the time I got there, I already knew the tone that I wanted to sing.
Right.
Like I was a lot more understanding of my tone and how I should sound on a record, you know? So when I got to Yellow Diamond, they got like the more mature artist side of me already. Like I still act a fool, right? Yeah. But the music side of me, I was already mature in that.
You established.
Yeah, I was already established. Like I knew how I should sound, you know? I knew my sound already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you start coming out like, I guess, more mature songs?
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? You know, like more mature subjects. Right?
And I think that was the transition, bro. Remember how we were talking earlier about like how they were just like, oh, he's cute. Like, oh, that's just cute. Like little pet me on the head, you know? But when I did Yellow Diamond, now I feel like they're like, oh shit, this motherfucker can write, you know? Like that's when I start even knowing myself, bro. That I'm a self-conscious person, bro. I know when even my music sounds a lot better than it used to, right? So I even know, not self-conscious, self-aware. That I even know that I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I think my shit is going somewhere now.
I think that's when you became an international star.
Yes, because that was when Hmong Pay came out and Baulika came out, you know?
I remember that year.
And that was when like all the Hmong people in Laos and Thailand really started to hear me. Yeah.
That's when you could tell your viewership on YouTube and your subscribers all went up.
Every song I dropped after that was 1 million views, more. Of 1 million views plus. Yeah.
Hmong Pay, that was a big
That established me.
That was a big one, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was probably your biggest hit at that time.
It is. I think it still is.
Still is.
Yeah, it still is.
Yeah. But then they didn't, like for the young artists, they didn't really pay attention to until that song really dropped, bro.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the same way, man. I think that when they see you grow in front of them, they kind of grow with you, bro.
Yeah.
And I think that was when people started to kind of open up more like, man, maybe we should let these young people do their thing. Because a lot of them are good. Yeah.
And you know, Momo, they love those
they love that sad shit.
Songs.
Yeah, but shit, I love it too, bro, because that shit be hitting, you know?
Hey, who hasn't had a heartbreak, right? You
right.
Yeah,
it's something everybody can relate to.
So it's just catchy. Right?
That's one reason why I hate when people say Hmong music is repetitive. Right? Because one thing that I don't like about that is because they're not in there working.
Right.
Most of the people who say that are not even people who have ever imagined how it feels like to really write a song. They just say, man, everything sounds the same. They're always about sad stuff, always about this, always about that. But if you look at the bigger community outside of us, like hip hop and R&B and real pop stars like Michael Jackson. All of their songs are either sad songs, happy songs, or love songs. Why can't it be the same for us? That's how music has always been, bro.
Well,
you know,
music,
what do you want us to change then?
Music is human emotions.
Hey,
what is it, right?
Then what is a human emotion? There's happiness, there's sadness, there's sorrow, there's everything, right? There's anger. And that's what people don't realize. Man, all this shit sound the same. Okay, well, why don't you try it then?
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
What, can you sing about rock?
Yeah, right. Like, what do you want to sing about? Like, do you want to sing about the lake or the ocean? Do you want to sing about the ants on the ground?
Right.
Because if you do, then go do that. But all these topics are the same because it's about emotion when you sing.
I think because as a human being, there's certain things you always remember in your life.
Right.
Like the first person you fell in love with, you're going to remember that.
Exactly.
Every human being. You know
everybody. Because when you listen to that sad song that you keep talking about, people keep singing over and over again, something in your heart is like, damn, but what they saying is, I feel that though.
Like, damn it, they got back to this.
Right, because that's what music is. It's an emotion. So I don't give a fuck if I wrote 10 songs that are all about the same thing. Every song you listen to, you're gonna feel some type of way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you know, at the same time, you're super versatile. But you feel that way, you're gonna write that way.
Right. You know? Because not every day I'm in the studio trying to write a sad song. Sometimes I put on a rap beat and I'm just rapping my ass off.
Right.
Because that's how I felt at that moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or it don't even have to be like you feeling it. It could be like you seeing it.
Or you see the vision. Yeah. You see the vision. You can say, oh, this beat, I feel like I can be up in like a rooftop somewhere.
Yeah.
And then you write that way.
Yeah.
You write that way, you know?
I think that's the beauty of music though. Because you can create.
Man, if only people knew, bro, how that felt, bro. To sit there in that studio and just picturing everything come to life.
Yeah.
And then you actually hear it and you're like, damn. Okay, I see exactly what I was saying. That's a beauty. You love music like I do.
Yeah, I do.
So you understand what that feels like, you know?
The only thing I never felt is when you go on stage and everybody sing your fucking song.
Yeah.
I think that's lovely. Dude. You know what I mean? When y'all do that, you know, when you go on stage, I think that's a high. You know?
That's one of the most amazing highs you'll ever feel in your life, bro. Like, because you start to think like, bro, I wrote this shit. Like, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. Dude, I wrote this, bro.
Yeah.
And all these people are saying it back to me. Like, I can't believe that. I still cannot believe it to this day. I cannot believe that, bro.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Man.
It's an amazing feeling, bro.
That's a feeling that most of us will never know.
Man, a lot of people know, but I'm telling you, a lot of people know, man. Pap definitely knows.
Oh,
you know, Channing knows.
Yeah.
They know how that feels, man. Jean Paul knows, you know, ZPX, they know how it feels.
There's not a lot of people that.
But not a lot, though.
Under 50, man.
But man, it's a great feeling, bro. It's a beautiful feeling.
Yeah.
Because that just shows you that's where your work is.
Yeah.
That's where your work got you to, bro.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're on all-time high now, right?
Yeah,
right?
I am.
You're on all-time high now. Everybody talking about you.
Yeah.
Good and bad, right? You know, everything, right? You know.
Yeah, good and bad.
You get into so much situations, right?
Yeah.
People love to talk about you.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, man. I'm like LeBron, bro.
Yeah. People love to watch
good or bad. They gonna miss me when I'm gone, though.
Yeah. So I think to me, that's a whole different level you got to.
Yeah.
Now you become a meme. You become a subject matter. You become somebody people talk about you.
Yeah.
Right. You know, before that you have fans that love your music.
Yeah.
They love you when you're young.
But not everything negative.
Yeah, but no negativity.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? But then once you get to a certain level, you know, they start looking at you like, especially with social media, because people can talk shit and get away with it.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? You know, you got a lot of people on their computers talking shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, never say in your face.
No,
you
never.
Know, but you know, they love to.
They take pictures with me.
Yeah.
No, they ask for pictures.
Yeah. But you know, they're really fanning.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, was that a lot of stress for you, bro? Once you got to that level?
Honestly, man, like, I would be lying if I said that as a human being, it didn't get to you, you know? Because as a human being, you're going through so many emotions. How would you feel if you went on social media and see your name in everybody's mouth, right? Like, of course you feel some type of way, right? But one thing that always made me beat all of that is because I was like, no matter what anybody says, I know I'm fucking great at what I do, bro. And it ain't never gonna, I'm never gonna let people sidetrack and talk about me a certain way.
You believe in yourself.
Because I believe in myself too much, bro. Because I always say this, and I guess this is the first time I'll say it on camera. If I was really that bad of a person, I wouldn't be here, bro.
Right.
But I'm not, bro.
Right.
I know I'm great at what I do, and nobody could stop me unless I stop myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course, bro. I see the comments and I see people clowning and making fun of me and shit, but that doesn't beat my drive.
Did it ever get to a point where you're like, man, I'm not gonna read no comments. I'm not gonna.
Oh no, I read everything.
You still gonna read it?
Yeah. I read everything, but I realize this: social media is not a real place.
Yeah, it is.
As soon as I put my phone down, I don't see none of them.
Right.
Because I only see the people that are present with me. I see my friends. I see you.
Yeah.
I see my mom, my dad, my brothers, my sisters, my cousins, all the people that are close to me. That's who I actually see in person. The people that talk about me on social media, I barely see them. I would never run into them a day in my life.
If you do, you don't know.
And if I did, I wouldn't even know them. I wouldn't know. I couldn't tell them from a can of paint, bro.
Yeah.
So why would that really matter to me, right? Like,
to me, that takes discipline too. There's certain artists or people in the community where, like, when people respond negative to them, they go on there, they're fighting with everybody.
Yeah.
I didn't really see you with that though.
No, I choose not to fight, bro.
I didn't really see you respond to a lot of things. I didn't see you blow it out of proportion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of course, you're a human being. You're going to feel a certain way. You know what I mean? Of course, it's going to bring sadness. It's going to bring anger.
Yeah, right.
But
it's going to bring doubt,
What people forget is like, man, you're a human being.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody perfect, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And at least you accept it. Mm-hmm. Some people never do, right?
Man, self-awareness is something that a lot of adults these days don't even have.
Right.
Right. And one thing I always will have is self-awareness, bro. I know when I do something wrong, bro. Right. And I know that when it's time to grow from that, you have to.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the reasons why I realized that the way people talk about me and stuff, it ain't gonna do nothing for me to respond anyways.
Yeah.
Because what is that gonna do? Just incite another argument?
Exactly.
I'm doing too much to be arguing with you, bro.
Right.
I got songs I want to do.
Right.
Like I said, none of that beats my drive.
Yeah.
None of that beats my drive.
Why waste your energy?
Yeah, I feel like Floyd Mayweather. I feel like Muhammad Ali. I feel like Mike Tyson. I'm obsessed with this shit. Yeah. I'm obsessed with music, bro. Yeah. You cannot beat my drive. I don't care what you got to say about me. I don't care if you talk about my personal life. I don't care about none of that. Yeah. You can't beat my drive, man. If one day somebody beat my drive, I ain't never gonna do music ever again. But that's not gonna happen, bro. Yeah. I'm too driven, bro.
I see it, bro. I see it, you know what I mean? But I think you've grown up so much as a youngster, you know what I mean? I think you've grown up, like you're a grown man now.
Thank you, bro.
So I see that, the maturity of you. A lot of people always like, how come David don't want to take pictures and stuff? Like he goes through a lot. It's not that he don't want to. I think it's just the wrong time. And y'all got to understand that he's tired too. He's probably not feeling a certain way. And, he's just a human being. He can only smile for so long before it hurts, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, but I try to, bro. Like, I really try to do everything that I can, like, for people who are supporters and people who really genuinely love my music and who actually really love and respect me. I try to. But I know that there's a lot of people who are masked fans where they want to take a picture with you, but they only want to see how you respond to them. Right. As soon as you're not the perfect person they thought you to be, they were ready to hate on you to begin with. Yeah. There are people like that,
of course,
who pretend they're your fans just so you can do something wrong and be like, oh yeah, I used to be a fan of him. Right. And then look what he did to me. He didn't want to smile with me. He didn't give me a hug. And now he's a terrible person. Right. But I was never trying to be any type of way to you.
It's hard. You can't please everybody. And sometimes it's not the right time. I mean, I've been with you guys long that we're like, we go eat pho and we just want to eat, and then everybody's over there snapping photos.
No, facts, man. Like, like some of the things I would like, and I'm not even, and like, mind you, I'm not the most famous person in the world, okay? Right. I don't want to speak from a perspective to say that, like I'm higher than everybody else. I'm more famous than people. I'm so tired of taking pictures. Like first world problems, right? I ain't talking like that. Fuck that shit. We keep it humble over here. Yeah. But one thing that I don't like is like, okay, let's say I'm out with my nieces and I'm out with my mom, my dad, and we sitting at a table, family dinner. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if you don't ask me for a picture, because I'm holding my niece in my arm. My other niece, I'm holding her hand. I'm feeding her. Like, I would like it if you didn't come ask me for a picture, you know?
Wait till afterwards.
Yeah, wait till after we're done eating. You know, my sisters are here. My brothers are here. Because that's happened before.
Right.
But you know, just remember that we're human too.
Yeah.
You know? And I would love to take a picture with you. Of course I would. Yeah. But sometimes aren't the right times, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got great fans too. You know,
oh no, beautiful,
shout out
man.
to your fans, bro, you know?
Shout out to the real supporters that have been there forever, and they don't judge me, and they watch me grow, and they grow with me, and they continue to support me, man. I wouldn't be here without y'all, man. I really wouldn't.
Yeah, definitely.
I would not.
Let's talk about one of the biggest like controversy you had back then. You know what I mean? Like, you know. Shout out to Not Her, you know what I mean?
Shout out to him,
you know,
bro.
like much respect to him, you know what I mean? He did his thing, you know what I mean? You know, he's doing his thing, you know what I mean? He made a name for himself.
Yeah.
You know, but what really happened that day, bro?
I mean, so let me tell you, man, like for real, shout out to Nah, because when he first started doing music, I'm actually a fan of music. So anybody that comes out with songs, bro, I'm telling you, I have no bitter, jealous bone in my body, bro. When I watch people eat, I love to see people eat, bro.
Yeah.
So when he came out too, I mean, you know, I love rap. I'm listening to Kool-Aid Cool. I'm listening to Lou Peter, T-Bone, his little brother, right? Yeah. I'm listening to Not Her too.
Yeah.
Cause I love music in general. So I have all respects towards him. So, you know, we made a seafood boil at my old place I lived at years and years ago. And I invited him over, you know, and we all sat down and ate.
Along with other artists.
Yeah. Other artists was there, and we sat down and we just ate like a good meal. Played a few of my songs for him to listen to because I didn't drop the album yet. Yeah. So I was just playing it for him, and then we just got to the point where everybody was really drunk, and it was really late. So I was just ready to call it a night, you know. And you know, Now brought his wife too. She ate with us and everything. So after all that, they just went home, and then you know, bro shot me a personal message, and which I still have because I don't really delete my messages. Yeah. And he was just like, "Hey man, like, you know, I appreciate you for having us over. You know, like if I did anything that was out of line, you know, I'm sorry about that, like stuff like that." And I just told him like, "Nah, bro, like we cool, like we family, bro. Like we're all in this together, right? We're all artists, and it's cool with me." And then you know, I think maybe he was going through something around that time. I don't know what it was, but maybe he had a fall off with other people that I was associated with. Yeah. So maybe he had an issue with them, and then it just caused for him to say something about me. But in all actuality, you know, like I went on a podcast and I said something too that was kind of stupid, you know, but obviously I'm just joking, right? Like I'm just clowning. I'm with my boys. I'm just clowning. Yeah. But, you know, people blow it out of proportion, and then I think Brother Knot comes out and he just says something that kind of makes everybody catches on, and they just want to clown me for it, right? Right. But the reason why I don't respond to stuff like that is because, like I said, it's stupid to me, you know? Like it's nothing to me.
Because it was really
nothing to me.
Y'all had an issue.
Yeah, I never had an issue with him.
You know what I mean? But I think there might have been a misunderstanding. Yeah. Because you guys are from two different worlds.
Yeah,
you guys look at things differently.
Right.
What he considered respectful, it might not even cross your mind, or disrespectful. You know, it might not cross your mind. Yeah. What you consider disrespectful, respectful, might not cross his mind. Right. You know what I mean? Because you know, Nas a street dude, right? You know what I mean? You're not a street dude. You know what I mean? So, but you look at it as artistry, like you know, like that's where you connect. That's right, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? It's something that was blown out of proportion in my eyes. You know what I mean? You know, maybe the brother was mad about some. Maybe he just didn't realize or you know understood. But you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, we brothers. You know what I mean? Like
I mean,
it don't mean nothing. You know what I mean?
You know, like I said, bro. Shout out to Nah, man. Yeah. Like I don't have anything bad to say about any of that. Yeah. Like, you know, man, we grown, bro. Like, you know, it's a different ball game now, and it was never an issue for me. It's just that people like to make things out of something. Right. You know, they say I don't respond because I'm like running away and stuff like that. Yeah. And bro, I'm just mature, bro. Yes. You know what I mean? I just don't. That has nothing to do with my personal life. Right. Why do I talk about stuff that has nothing to do with my personal life?
It was a one day incident, you know. Yeah, like nothing, you know.
Like, bro, I know this is so cliche, but bro, I got bills to pay, bro. I'm so much more worried about these bills than worried about something else that doesn't have anything to really do with my personal life.
Yeah.
You know?
Nobody got hurt. Nobody died. You know what I mean? It was not an issue. You know? Yeah. Unfortunately, you know, a lot of people took it and ran with it, right? You know what I mean?
But that's fine, because that's how social media is, man. Social media can get very toxic, you know? Because when me and Na, we talk on the side, bro, we cool.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say, you know? Whether they have bad stuff to say about me or not, I don't really care, because it, like I said, it has nothing to do with my personal life. It's not gonna affect me in the way that I move. So just like I said, all love to Na, all love to everybody. You know.
Hope he keeps striving.
Yeah,
that's it. You know.
And if they want to keep hating on me, go ahead, bro. I ain't going nowhere. Shit. I'm not going nowhere, bro. You can say whatever you want. I'm not going nowhere.
I think all the Hmong artists, I think you probably have the worst of it. You know what I mean? But you know, you keep on proving everybody wrong. You keep on coming out the hits. You don't hide under the rock. You know what I mean?
It don't matter if I get the most hate. You know, I got the most drive too. So I got the most heart too. Like you're gonna have to see me there regardless. Like my face is gonna be rolling down your timeline no matter what. So it don't really matter to me, right? Like you can't beat my passion, bro.
Right.
Yeah. To the day somebody beats my passion, I'll bow down.
Right.
But that shit ain't gonna happen anytime soon, bro. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. All right. So now you just got engaged, right?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes, I did. Thank you, bro.
You know what I mean? What's next for David Yang, bro? Are you gonna get married and disappear, or
nah,
you know
man.
what I mean? What's gonna happen, brother?
Hey, honestly, big bro, like I mean, we talk about this off camera too, but I'm ready to get married, and I'm ready to have my own, bro. I'm ready to have my own. I think music for me, man, has been such a blessing. I've been blessed, and I've been blessed to say that music has been my job, bro. I think that's one of the things that I appreciate the most, bro, is to know that music is my job, bro.
So you can't quit your job?
I can't quit my job.
Yeah, so David Yang ain't going nowhere.
Nah, not anytime soon, man, because I wanna start having kids, and I wanna, start investing. And I don't know where it's gonna take me, because like I said, all this stuff is something that even I'm learning along the way.
Right.
Nobody taught us this shit, bro.
Exactly.
Outside of me, I don't know a lot of people who are just working off of what they love, but it's not work. It's just something you're doing. It's almost like your hobby is your work, right? But I'm just blessed, man, and I'm just ready to start a life, have some kids, bro. Catch up to all of my boys that already have kids.
That's what's up,
before I get a little too old, and really, spend more family time with my mom and dad, and as they're getting older, and be around my family, bro.
You've been gone too long.
I've been gone for a long time. Yeah, but what I realized is that growing older, when I was a little younger, I wanted to be away from people more. But now I want to be closer to people, bro.
The people that matter.
Yeah, the people that really matter. I want to be closer.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's the plan, bro. That's my future right now. But as for music, y'all just stay tuned, man. Because it's not going nowhere.
Going nowhere,
yeah.
So I think you still got a lot more to go. You know what I mean?
Thank you, bro.
Yeah. So.
Truthfully, I think that in my early 20s, I knew my sound, but I didn't know who I was yet.
Right.
And in my later 20s, I started to figure that out. And now that I'm 30, I feel like I'm just beginning my real prime. Like my prime in my music, where the lyrics are fully who I actually am.
Right.
And that goes without the singing only, like the rapping too.
Right.
Like now I'm actually rapping the way that I wanted to rap when I was younger.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
That's true, bro. I think you have reached that where like it's the real you now.
I feel like it's just starting.
Yeah, it's just starting. Yeah. Bro. So, I know it's gonna be a little bit harder when you have little ones running around. And but the good thing is you have an awesome woman next to you.
Thank you. I was about to say that.
I see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember, like I told you when you first introduced me to her, I was like, that's the one, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I felt that too. Like honestly, bro, I wouldn't be here without her, bro. Yeah. And a lot of people don't know, we've known each other since we were kids.
Yeah.
She's not somebody I just met. Yeah. We've known each other for a long time. Our families,
Madison together.
Yeah, our families are very familiar with each other. I know her mom and dad Like she knows my mom and dad. Like we grew up around each other.
That's
so
some shit, huh?
it's almost like going back home. You know,
you went all over,
came
back to
just to be with somebody that I grew up around. You know, and what I love about her is that she fully supports my dream, bro.
Yeah,
she fully supports who I am. She sees my vision. And she supports me so much. She's my PR. She's my videographer. She's my photographer. She's my video editor. She's everything, bro. Hey, she is powerful.
Ain't nothing like finding somebody that believes in you.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like that.
That's how much she believes in me, bro.
That's hard to find.
Yeah.
Some people could be in love and not believe in their spouse at all.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
You know? But you stupid.
Yeah, right? Man, I don't have that problem, bro. She loves me for me, bro. And she fully supports me, man.